Hi, everybody. This is Life and Vibe, otherwise known as Ray. And today I didn't expect to be doing some type of reaction video to somebody who has been in the Sarasota Tim community for quite some time. And that's Carl Bohemian Nomad. And the reason why I've decided to do a reaction on Carl today is Carl has decided that he wants to make commentary around me, come into my members only lives. I'm glad that he doesn't talk about what happens, but I have started to notice over the last year or so just kind of a general change in Carl and how he approaches other creators in the community and how he's just kind of created this like all-round hug box on his channel where nobody really, has to judge anybody. Everybody's just having a good time. And Sarasota Tim is just like some guy that we should all really just feel sorry for because he's already had his redemption in Carl's eyes. He's already redeemed himself, or he's already paying his penance because of the fact that he's living in Bradenton in a RV that was paid for by you and I. And I'm supposedly just hardcore, So anyway, let's hear how Carl has changed his attitude in the last year, because it's interesting, I think, to hear. So I'm going to go small. We're going to let Carl be the star of this show. I'm not going to be the star of the show. I'm going to go off to the corner here. And I did have to speed Carl up because he is a slow chatter. This was a 10-minute video. We'll see. We'll just hear the parts that are obviously relevant to what we want to hear today. We want to make this video nice and quick. This was just Carl's opinion. On January the 11th, 2025, Carl got 3,500 views on this video, which is pretty decent. I don't think he was monetized at the time, so I don't think he made any money on this one. And his title was, "Let's watch Sarasota Tim go to jail." So obviously that's going to catch people's attention. And so let's hear what Carl's thoughts on Tim were in January the 11th, 2025. And then we'll hear what his current argument is. And, Carl's going to have an argument because Carl is a retired lawyer. And one of the things that I notice about attorneys is, one, they're probably one of the most trusted professions in America. Nobody trusts an attorney in America because they play sides. Wherever the money is, whoever's paying, that's the side they're on.
Bohemian Nomad. Oh, I went a little Sarasota Tim. I got it. Sarasota Tim dementia. I was driving around out in the country getting all loony, toony, and I went nuts on the dude. Woo! Totally space cadet. Anyway, I thought I'd catch you up on the old Sarasota Tim. It's, what is it? It's 4:55 Central Time here in Illinois. I've watched everything Sarasota's put out. All his videos he's done, he has not said one thing that's new. It's all old. And then he keeps hinting where he tries to get the haters. Oh, this is my olive oil, because he knew he tricked us into thinking it was alcohol. Here's my alcoholic beverage. I'm not drinking beer. I'm sick. I think there's fog being sprayed. So he does this shit out here where he tries to get us to bite on it and say shit. And I'm not going to do that anymore. So everything he's,
which is kind of now what the channel is. It's all kind of like speculating if Miss Tammy's around, or speculating if he's going to move to the sticks and bricks. And at the time, Carl was more on the sort of way that I was, like, you shouldn't be doing this. He's completely changed his tune, but he has a completely different audience now. He hangs out with Cowpote. I don't know how they pronounce that. Whoever this person is. St. Louis Scott always in his chat. Beef Stew, Stuart Hirsch. Well, I don't even know what this guy's name is. He's an absolute just become a something else.
He said before. So if you want to go watch it, it's just a rerun. So there you go. That's all for Sarasota Tim. Nothing new. The cops haven't come for him. Now I'm going to keep watching him because I can't believe he hasn't been arrested by now. I think he should be arrested. I think he should be put in jail. These are my own thoughts, my own opinions, but I do have expertise in the field. And he's made me upset to where I'm now going to help the authorities gather information for him. Because I'd like to see him brought to justice. I'd like to see Social Security claw back the Social Security for the people that actually need it. And I hope.
And Carl doesn't believe any of this now. None of it. Within a year, completely different. Completely different. At least, for anybody wanting to criticize my content, who I am as a creator, anything about that, at least I have convictions that I stay with. And one of the reasons why I've also pursued Tim is because Tim has tried to take my channel down so many times. And I just like to try to call out people who I don't think you should trust on the internet. Carl's kind of falling into that category for me currently. There are lots of people like Carl, but personally for me, Carl has made me not feel like I could trust what side he's on. It has nothing to do with him calling out blind views or anything like that. I mean, he can do and call out whoever he wants on his channel. He can call me out. Fact that I now have to call out Carl because somebody happened to take the time in my members only live, which are other people, and ask Carl what was he doing about seeing anything with Tim. And Carl has a completely different attitude now. And he's allowed to change his mind. But then he wants to criticize, I think, or just, he's kind of, I think he got his nose out of joint when that was asked the other day. And now it seems like he's definitely going to be supporting anything that tries to implicate that I'm not doing things in a good way on my channel, and that I'm saying things about certain types of people and my members only, which is why they're members only, that doesn't sit well with him. Well, you can stop being a member, Tim. I mean, not Tim. Carl. See, you both seem the same to me. Sorry, Freudian slip.
No old people get hurt by his begging and grifting, because where did he come up with this $40,000 in cash to get his loan off? Did Fred and Raffaella give him a personal loan? Is he extorting people when he does his stuff at the gym and parking lot too at Nathan Bendover Park? Who knows? Who knows what he's doing? But there's a reason he's got his pew-pews, and he needs them. And there's a reason you have no idea where he lives.
And now Carl's making content about whether or not Tim sold his guns. Hasn't bothered to look online or show anything on Facebook with his guns for sale or gun trader. No, who cares about that? People like that are just hardcore, not having fun the way he and Cowpote and Stewart and St. Louis Scott and Kentucky Todd or whoever all these boys are. Oh, they're just having a blast.
Like me, you
so am I.
Where I live. Life of Ice, he's like,
now on you,
if you had like a third grade education, you could probably figure out where I live. And Blind Views, he's like, you can figure out where I live if you need to. None of us are like hiding. I mean, we're not going to just make it obvious like Tim and go, oh, here I'm filming. Here's my address. Come get me. But it's not a super secret. But with him, it is. And so I can't wait till he gets arrested. I'm gonna help out with that. I do have a P.O. box that I use.
Well, I think that's a lie, Carl. You're not going to help with that. Carl has no intention. Carl decided that wasn't what he wanted to do because he had to get a proper job. I guess, or a more 40-hour-a-week job with benefits. So he had to change how he approached things. He didn't want to get as passionate. Suddenly he realized within a year, he was closer to the average age of his male family members passing, which is terrible. I understand. My own dad died at 62.
My office, I'm probably going to put that on my page. I've got a phone. I never answer it unless you're in my contacts. So I guess I could put my phone number up there. And if you wanted to leave a voicemail or text, you could do that. I don't care. But don't call and think I'm going to answer it, because I only answer if you're in my contacts. I tell people that all the time. I'll get calls from friends and like, oh, so-and-so wants to do this. And I know you're retired, but could you just tell him? I'm like, yeah, it's totally cool. But make sure you have them text me first, so I have the number. So when they call, or if they call, let them know they're going to have to leave a voicemail because I'm not going to answer it. And I don't care. And I'll leave my email on there too. If you want to sign me up for 25,000 subscriptions to nonsense, go ahead. Let's delete them all. But yeah, I'm interested in justice coming for Tim, and that's what I'm interested in. And I'm watching this shit.
Yeah, only in the respect that you'll support other creators, but then you'll, badmouth them on your channel. That's kind of where you are, Carl.
Help build the case when they do finally come get him.
No. I think I've built more of a case, sadly, than you have. And this, I don't think, deserves 3,500 views. That's just my opinion, Cole. That's why you don't trust attorneys.
Dudes in Boynton Beach, anybody that knows Sarasota Tim, if you got information on him where you want him to come to justice, you can send it to me and I'll make sure it gets to the right agency.
Well, Carl, I've given you all sorts of information. I mean, UCC filings. I mean, everything. I've showed you indictments through grand juries in courts in Florida, the whole lot. You've seen it all, and you don't want to do a thing with it because you're friends now with people who also go into Tim's chat, and you guys are just having a good old time. And you certainly don't want to see a female get justice. How dare I?
And
miserable,
I'm
hardcore.
a retired attorney, but I'm still an officer of the court, a member of the bar, so I'm bound by confidentiality. So whatever you send me, it's confidential. Even if you didn't say it's confidential, if you send it to me, I got to ask you if I'm going to put it out onto this. So that's just so you know.
Well, that's good to know, Carl, because I asked you to keep anything in my members only private, but you probably send people in who don't keep it that way. So good job, Carl.
So I'm normally upbeat. In fact, I was really crazy. I had dementia. But I settled down and I said, no, there's a calmer way to do it. There's a calmer way to do it. And you still are an officer of the court. And so a little bit more.
And that's all I've done. It's been calm about it. I mean, I make criticism around Tim and behind closed doors in my members only. That's where obviously if people are really passionate about seeing Tim get some type of justice, then that's where you can come and get it. The rest of the time, I'm just out here kind of having a lark and making reactions about Tim and doing dumb stuff.
Professional there.
Now I get to react against you.
For Sarasota to get
not against you.
And that's what
about you. Another Freudian slip.
I'm watching for. So I'm going to continue to watch his videos. If you just want to know if he does something new, if there's something fun to watch, I'll let you know. But other than that, if he just does the same old dribble, which none of us are interested in, I'm just going to tell you. And the videos he did today and last night chat was all dribble.
Okay, so that was Carl. Then I don't think he adds any more about what he's going to do about the court case. So let's go over to this tab because this is Carl at home. Let me share this tab instead. At home. This is February the 12th, 2026. Sarasota Tim eats for free with lemon water. This was a lot less views than about Timmy going to jail. All right, Carl. Are you at 1.5 because you are a slow chatter? And just take it away because Carl was asked the night before by someone in the members only in my community whether Carl was going to do anything about Tim and the IDL and the PPP and any of these things. And Carl has a response that he's out of this game. He's just here for the fun, guys. Can't take his fun away. That's what Carl's here for. He can, criticize Blind Views really harshly. I mean, I don't agree with Blind Views' political views. And he is well aware of that. And a lot of people are. And I make mine known. Which, sadly, I've had to in this day and age. And for the longest time, I just played, like you, Carl. You think you're Switzerland, sir. Take it away, Carl, in your new words. A year later. Wow, didn't take long.
But for all those of you that think Tim Timbery should get his comeuppance, I mean, just think about it. The dude's already got his comeuppance. He can't live in an apartment or a house. He thinks living in this camper is some great life. He's just 2 or 3 steps above homeless, living with the shopping cart at Walmart in that tent that JJ showed you yesterday. Every month his stuff is worth $1,000 less, so he's on his way to zero. It's just not as fast as most of you would probably like it. And none of those people in his trailer park like him. The only future he sees for himself is to scam on 2 old couples, and maybe he'll get something out of that. I mean, currently he gets free meals and some housing and some laundry, but he's hoping to parlay.
I feel like you scammed a little bit on this community, Cole, because you came in saying that you have legal expertise and experience and a member of the bar and could help Tim see justice. You did none of it, but you got views for talking about it and passionate. And I guess, I don't know. who came to you and decided to text you. And it was very easy for people that, are just having a little bit of fun with Tim, for them to persuade you to change your mind. And it's the change was notable. Have much else to say, but if you're coming to Carl's channel, this is what to expect. Wishy-washy, just here for the look. Now he's getting just buddies. He's except for not wanting the money, just having the friendships from his channel and all these weird parasocial relationships that he's made through meeting people through his channel. That's not what YouTube's about.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So, I mean, and then they want to say what I'm doing on my platform is incorrect, when all they've done is like trying to create an old boys club where they then police consistently what everybody else does on their channel. And I've now reached a time where I am going to say something about it as another creator.
That into something more. I feel bad for those people, but I'm not the world police, People got to watch out for themselves. And who knows with Tammy? I mean, whatever. She's got needs, and Tim fulfills them. And so they're codependents and whatever. So if they get together, they get together. Who cares? Nobody cares. Tammy's not a nice person. You can tell that. And what? She's only on Social Security, but she's got to drive around in a Cadillac. I mean, what's the point? I mean, all the older ladies that I know in my family and stuff like that, they're just driving around in regular cars. They don't have to have some Cadillac, make people think that they're something that they're not.
Tammy inherited a decent estate from Dwayne. So you know that, Carl. Stop trying to be misleading.
That's what Timmy is, makes people think that there's something that he's not. But anyway, he's living in a trailer. He's just got Social Security. He has to film every day.
No, I feel that same for you, Carl. You made out that you were some sort of like attorney.
When he has nothing to film, just to try and scrape together a couple extra dollars. And then he's just trying to scam people. So Timmy ain't living no great life. He scammed a whole bunch of money and he's spending it, and we're watching him spend it. And to me, it's entertaining. I know to Ray, it makes her mad, and she feels personally about all this money that the government gave him and stuff like that. And that's great.
No, I just feel that I'm not mad. That's part of doing the content, Carl, And it seems funny that just a year before, when you were getting 3,500 views, you were fired up. Now you sit here, just saying it's a bit of a lark and fun. Your views are down to nothing. Because I think that people saw through you, Cole. It's just a boys hug box over here.
I don't get involved in people's life. I think Ray should be Ray and JJ should be JJ and
well, because he also struck my channel a lot of times. So I do find that is something that was personally against me, because I actually took the time to keep trying to highlight this, because I don't think that people should just walk away with the money. All of these guys think that Tim's already paid his restitution because he lives so poorly. That's what they think. They don't think they want any more of their taxpayer dollars spent on any of this being, seen to or fought against or anything. None of it. That's just, so these are the types of people that just allow, and he's an attorney, allow everything just to happen. Wild. Somebody, isn't it interesting? I actually find him comical and spineless.
And old man geezer should be old man geezer, because I like them the way they are, and I take them the way they are. I don't need to change anybody, and if I don't like
well, I've decided that I don't particularly care for you, Cole.
Somebody the way they are, and I don't have interest in them, I don't have anything to do with them. Like Nomadic Fanatic and Mikey, I don't care about either one of them, so I don't watch them. And I do like Blind Views. I liked it when he did his art and he talked about certain things, but he doesn't do that anymore. And so anyway, I said I wasn't going to talk about Blind Views, so I'm not gonna go down that road. But let's get to the Timmy Timbery stuff at the 9-minute mark. Oh my goodness, sorry dudes. But here.
Okay, yeah, no, we don't need to hear Carl's, hug box reaction to Tim. So one of the things I find very interesting about Carl's audience too is that it's, I know JJ is supportive of Carl, and JJ obviously, Carl mentioned we have our things that we do, and I know they're friends offline. And then we have good old St. Louis Scott right here. Oh, and then this guy, Beaver Cleaver. Oh, we'll do this thing in members only. Don't worry. I'll address this. I'll address Stuart because obviously, beat it, Stu. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Everyone knows it's Stuart. And, Carl just has the biggest hug box for, St. Louis Scott, for Stu, for anybody, because all of these guys, I'll show this tab instead. This is a Tim video. As most of us all know, St. Louis Scott just, plays everyone. I mean, St. Louis Scott's sent money to me. I don't care. I'll still talk smack about him. All right, guys. We're going to make sure that we take a look at what's going on here with this video, because it said that suddenly that did my not get sound working throughout? I hope I did. I would hate to have lost. Did I lose my sound because I was switching around the tabs? God, I hope not. We'll have to see. All right, let's show Buddy right here. Well, Buddy is available the AAC NYC, and I'm going to put the link to this short in my description box below. If anybody is interested in sharing Buddy or finding Buddy's stories, I want to start highlighting some of the animals that are needing adoption. And I always want to say, please adopt, don't shop. And if you did get this far, make sure that you hit the likes and subscribes. And what is one of those, like those balance scales that they have that are supposed to be the scales of justice? If you got that far, leave that down in the chat. Okay. I would like to see like the attorney symbol, the scales of justice, because we know that what way it's tipped for Carl. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Life and Vibe, thanks so much. My queen, my Sarasota Tim expert.